So we are here at Farnborough Airport in London with Buddy Holly, Lizzie, and Adam from K9 Jets. We just flew in from New York and the flight was amazing. So Lizzie, how are you feeling right now?
I cried.
You cried?
I did cry. I just had to contain it. But no, it was amazing. I mean, when we first drove up to the jet and then we met Adam and he was so good. And then, you know, he brought your bags down and said, oh, he's coming, and that was it. That was when the tears came. But it's so good to see him come down those steps. It was just amazing. He's back in the UK, and his last plane trip was definitely a memorable one. Yeah. That's for sure. So
he's been all over the world, right?
He has been all over the world. Yep, Australia, and then to Janice in LA and New York a couple of times for Westminster, and now he's back. So awesome. Yeah, amazing.
I know he was when we landed. He was kind of had his face out the window.
Yeah.
I think he saw you.
Yeah. We tried to get a few photos of him looking through the window, but he looked pretty happy.
Yeah. Oh, he did amazing on the flight. It's so comfortable on board. They give you these big fluffy blankets and pillows, and he basically just made a little nest and curled up on my lap the whole time.
That was good, thank God.
Yeah. Awesome. So Adam, what's kind of your experience with this? How is this affecting K9 Jets, and where do you see the future?
So we've flown over 1,000 dogs across the last 12 months, and it's been an absolute privilege to have Buddy on board today. We really appreciate working with you to be able to bring over Buddy on behalf of Lizzie, and we're just hoping to introduce more and more routes next year and later this year hopefully, and allow more people to be able to travel with their pup on board in the cabin. So that's the whole idea.
Absolutely. As we say, pets are family, not luggage, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We know so many people contact us and say, look, we love our dogs so much, like our children, and we just wouldn't want to put them in the hold of the aircraft. So, being able to travel with them is, the whole idea about K9 Jets. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a great experience, especially for the dogs, because they get to be with their human, and it's not dark and scary for them. They get to be reassured, and it's just a great experience.
It did look amazing.
All the way around.
Yeah. It did look amazing.
Yeah. And the crews are phenomenal. So the captain comes in, even when you're kind of in the lounge just hanging out, introduces himself, talks to the dogs, even let us go on a few minutes early, which is really cool. We got to kind of see the jet and get settled. Yeah, and then on board, the flight attendants are awesome. So, yeah.
It was amazing.
Great. Cool. So Adam, how did it come about working with Signature Pet Transport?
So obviously Buddy needed to get here back to the UK, and working with you guys as a travel guardian, you were able to bring him back here and bring him back to home. So I think for other people out there that are looking to get back to the UK that may not be able to travel themselves, by using you guys is a great partnership, and I think it'll enable a lot more people to travel back to the UK and back to the US.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you were so good, even just messaging me with things. Yeah, I'm picking him up.
Thank you.
And sending photos. It was just great knowing you were there.
All the updates.
Yeah, it was amazing. Never, I never thought, oh God, here he is again. No, it was amazing. It was amazing. So
Janice always jokes about it, because all the dogs that we transfer for Janice, I give them updates about everything. Yeah. Literally. So they went potty.
Yeah.
And which is something silly, but
yeah, I'd rather
kind of want to know.
Yeah.
They're doing their thing and they're comfortable.
No, for sure.
So.
For sure.
Wonderful.
It was amazing. Felt like we were there.
So Adam, we know that K9 Jets transports dogs, but do you ever get any cats on board?
Yeah, so believe it or not, even though we're called K9 Jets, we are cat friendly. Probably about 10% of our pets are cats that we travel with on board. So yeah, we're absolutely welcome. A lot of our passengers have a pup and a cat, so all welcome on board. We don't discriminate here at K9 Jets.
And are they allowed to be kind of about the cabin, or is there something specific for cats?
No, so cats, for safety reasons, for obvious reasons, have to be in their carriers. But we allow them as much room as possible, and they all get on well with the pups. Obviously not in the safety of their own carriers, but being able to be right next to their owner is something special. So
right.
So why would someone travel on K9 Jets with a cat?
Well, in the UK, to come into the country, you can't travel on a commercial flight with your pet in cabin. They either have to get to the UK with a pet. If you're going to travel in cabin, you either have to go through the EU and then go across in a tunnel or on a ferry. But with private charters or shared charters like K9 Jets, they can fly in cabin all the way to the UK. So that would be the biggest reason why somebody would travel with a cat. Awesome.